Welcome! Today's project is gonna be Gose, grain to glass. We ended up calling this one piece of Gosa. So stick around and find out more. For this collaboration video, one of my fellow Brew Club members and Instagram followers, Mojo Brews, we came together with this recipe. He's never done a Kettle Sour before, so he was curious on basically how I've done them, and he's watched a few of the videos of us doing them here, and he kind of just wanted to see some witnessing and pick up some tips. So we came together on this style. He was really interested in Gosa, or he was really interested in Gose. I'd never had one before. The description seemed pretty interesting to me, so we went for it. We entered them into a few competitions, so while we wait those results, I decided I might as well go ahead and knock out this grain to glass video and do my own taste test on it. So he and I, we independently went ahead and had our own taste test video together. We didn't record anything as far as that went, but due to both of our schedules being kind of offset, it was hard for us both to kind of come together for this. He and I, we compared it to a few commercial examples. I feel like off of those commercial examples, we did fairly well. Anyways, kind of right down the middle. So just some quick notes on this thing. The starting gravity was 1.042. The ending gravity was 1.010 for a final gravity of 4.2%. The starting pH was 5.5 and the ending pH was 3.39 for the Kettle Sour. Real quick, we mashed in at 152 for 75 minutes. We boiled for 15 minutes, let it come down, and then I went ahead and pitched the Lacto at 95. We let it sour, and then once it reached the 3.39, went ahead and started the boil again for 45 minutes. We added Magnum for a total of 5.5 IBUs at a 20-minute addition. And then added a Whirlfloc Tablet at 15 minutes, the Yeast Nutrient at 10 minutes, and then took some coriander and went ahead and put it in like that mortal pestle deal, squished it up, and then added about half an ounce at 10 minutes to the end of boil, and at the same time we added the salt at half an ounce. So we tried to prime this thing up fairly heavily. We got these special thick Belgian bottles, so that way it would hold a higher level of carbonation than the regular standard beer bottles. That was one of those key things that looked like in the style guidelines that was required to be effervescent and all that. So let's see how we did. Sounded like a good amount of carbonation there. Get these fancy glasses here. So we bottle conditioned these, of course, because we primed them up to be bottle conditioned. As you can see, looks like it's got a fair amount of carbonation there. Got a nice white head. Now, some of that haziness is due to a little bit of chill haze, I'm sure, but the other part of the haze that we noticed was between the commercial examples anyways that we had side by side. Ours was right there in the middle as far as being haze or clear. It looked like by the style guidelines that haziness could be acceptable to a certain degree anyways and was expected. I'm sure with that coriander and the salt it probably kind of made it a little on the hazy side. The head dissipates pretty quickly, but looking at it, still got a good amount of carbonation. And again, this is fairly hazy. So going in on the nose, I think you definitely smell the sourness of the Lacto, and then you smell a little bit of the coriander, which is pretty cool. I've never had coriander in a beer. Apparently it's cilantro seeds, so I didn't know that either. Smells good. So as far as the taste, I can taste the sourness up front, and then I think I taste that coriander kind of mid, and then the salt at the end. So this is pretty interesting, and this is pretty much what I tasted the last time that I had it a few weeks ago with Joel. As far as the style goes, I really feel like by the descriptors, we hit it pretty down the middle. We had to substitute a yeast there than we would have normally used. I would have preferred to use the German ale yeast. So the complete grain bill and recipe will be in the descriptions if you want to take a look at that, and all the temperatures and everything that we did everything at. So this beer's pretty good. I think it kind of airs a little bit more on the saltier side than I would normally like. I could have personally done for a little bit more sourness, honestly, but which I guess some of that's lost in the coriander and the salt. But you know, I guess looking at this beer is probably another one of those good examples for people that are sour curious or want to attempt something but are worried about like the enamel removing type pHs and stuff, and being off-put by sourness. This is a good beer. We saw that there were quite a few examples of people doing fruit in them. We decided not to do that. Just wanted to do a plain Jane one, right down the middle, see where it ends up. This thing would probably take to a little bit of fruit fairly easily. I don't necessarily know what I would throw at it. Maybe some strawberries or some raspberries or something. I know there's some exotic ones out there and whatnot, but this thing's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I would honestly probably preferred a blender or something of that nature over this if there were multiple options of Kettle Sours available to me. But this one's not bad. I like it. I don't know if there's any room for any improvements on it, honestly. Kind of curious what the judges will say about it, and we really haven't shared this one much with friends either, just because of the limited amount that we have after we split it up and have entered it, you know, in like I said, a few competitions. So thanks for joining us, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
I'm not going to touch it.
It's a good idea.
I can see you.
You need to watch out. Okay, come on, buddy.
I can see my armor.
Bubba. Come on. Watch out.